Hello and welcome back to Blow Your Mind channel. What does it mean to be an INTJ? The INTJ personality type is one of the more challenging ones to understand. This is because INTJs are known for being enigmatic, mysterious, and even elusive. They are often said to have a black hole quality about them. People just seem to gravitate toward them, but usually for the wrong reasons. For example, INTJs tend to be attracted to environments that are intellectually stimulating and free from clutter and noise. They may also find themselves drawn to books and knowledge, as well as places that have natural beauty and seclusion. As you can probably grasp from what we've already said, an INTJ inhabits a space that is much less accessible than their exterior persona may suggest. INTJs make up only 2% of the population, but they arguably outnumber all other personality types combined. This means that whenever you come across an individual who exhibits characteristics of this cognitive function, then you are sure to discover another INTJ in your vicinity somewhere down the road. Therefore, if you're watching this video, then there's a very high chance that you're also an INTJ too. Keep watching to learn more about what it means to be an INTJ, as well as some of the common traits that typify this cognitive function among others. So let's dive into it, and be sure to watch all the way to the end, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share it if you enjoy watching. What is an INTJ? The INTJ personality type is a cognitive function that comprises about 2% of the population. This means that there are about 1 to 2 million individuals in the US who have this cognitive function. The 4 letters in this acronym stand for introversion, intuition, thinking, and judgment. Introverted. These people notice their own thoughts and feelings much more intensely than what is considered normal by society today. They also tend to be more reserved and private than their extroverted counterparts. Intuitive. These people rely on gut feeling and sensory information rather than relying on facts or logic alone while they make decisions or weigh their options. Thinking. These people prefer to spend time reflecting on their ideas before they take action, and they are often found deep in thought. Judgment. These people also assess each option with a fine-tooth comb, as they consider all of the pros and cons before making a decision. INTJ cognitive function characteristics. In order to truly understand what it means to be an INTJ personality type, we first need to look at the cognitive functions they tend to exhibit. Because of the high volume of information that is available about this type of individual, it will be easy for you to understand how they think and behave by looking at their most common traits. The INTJ functions as a combination of intuition and thinking. These two functions result in individuals who are known for being both highly perceptive and insightful. As a result, INTJs take pride in their ability to achieve accurate perceptions about their surroundings, people, or even events that have happened in the past. They tend to possess incredible memories as well, and can often recall specific details about time periods or specific events that might have been overlooked by others. Another important cognitive function for INTJs is extroversion. This is because they tend to crave human interaction much more than other types of personalities do. This doesn't mean that they try to avoid people altogether, but rather that they are simply drawn towards those around them with more intensity than other types would be. Ultimately, this may be another reason why many find themselves attracted towards this type of individual, because they have a very kind and warm demeanor that offers something different from their peers. The last important cognitive function for INTJs is introversion, which tends to make them appear much less social than most other personality types. In fact, some INTJs may choose not to associate with anyone at all. INTJ Strengths. As an INTJ, you might have found yourself drawn to emerging technologies and ways of thinking. You may also be interested in things like astronomy, philosophy, math, and computers. As a result of this interest, you might find yourself being highly intelligent and analytical. In some cases, this can cause INTJs to be seen as arrogant or aloof. INTJ Weaknesses. There are many things that can be said about the INTJ personality type, but it's also important to keep in mind that this cognitive function has its fair share of weaknesses. For example, INTJs tend to be very critical and analytical people who may struggle with socializing when it comes to their interpersonal relationships. They also tend to have a difficult time functioning in any environment they feel is not intellectually stimulating in some way, shape, or form. Furthermore, the INTJ personality type can sometimes struggle with the repercussions of their own logical reasoning and decision-making abilities. But what does it mean to be an INTJ? As we mentioned before, as an INTJ is someone who exhibits characteristics of this cognitive function. Those exhibiting this personality type are often referred to as introverted intuitives, but those unfamiliar with the term may refer to them as intellectuals or analysts. These individuals typically possess strong intellectual interests that lie within the realm of theoretical sciences like physics, mathematics, biology, philosophy, and psychology. They are often drawn towards studying topics that advance human knowledge, such as quantum mechanics and evolutionary theory. Additionally, these individuals have a tendency to live by a strict moral code instilled by their personal values, which they should always maintain for the sake of achieving inner peace through self-awareness. INTJ Careers and Activities. INTJs enjoy working in environments that are logical, efficient, structured, and analytical, where their colleagues are competent, intelligent, and productive. Masterminds want to utilize their analytical abilities to problem solve in a difficult environment and take responsibility for putting their ideas into effect in order to create efficient, innovative systems. An INTJ is excellent at developing and implementing innovative solutions to complex problems at work. They see possibilities for improvement in large organizations and work hard to alter them. INTJs enjoy working with abstraction and theory, but they get the most pleasure from turning them into reality. They often work independently or in small groups, taking measured, strategic steps to bring about change. INTJs enjoy working with logical systems they can grasp frugally. They enjoy tackling complex thoughts and they want to grasp how to improve life. INTJ masterminds crave a workplace that is logical, efficient, structured, and analytical, as well as colleagues who are competent, intelligent, and productive. They desire to utilize their analytical abilities to problem solve in a demanding environment and take charge of implementing their ideas to build efficient, innovative systems. INTJs thrive in environments where they can utilize their logical, organized thinking to solve complex issues. INTJs frequently opt for STEM professions, but they may also be found in business and even the arts. INTJs are fulfilled when they have a chance to utilize their intelligence. Top careers could be top executive, management consultant, mathematician, architect, scientist, engineer, photographer, and lawyer. Any personality type can be successful in any occupation, but some occupations are particularly well suited to INTJ's natural talents and preferred working style, while others require a way of thinking and behaving that does not come as naturally to this kind. INTJs may find certain occupations unappealing or draining if they must function outside of their preferred working style, and often sounds unappealing to INTJs choosing a profession. These are some examples of some careers to avoid for an INTJ: receptionist, secretary, production worker, sales agent, and medical assistant. How INTJs communicate. INTJs are direct and detached in their communication. They usually express their criticism in a logical, straightforward manner, thinking of how things might be improved. They are independent and serene. They are more concerned with being competent and thoughtful than being liked or appreciated. They communicate in a well-reasoned, perceptive, and strategically intelligent manner. They often strategize well into the future, providing big picture analysis for system improvement. Differences between an INTJ and an INFJ. As mentioned in the intro paragraph, INTJs are often said to be mysterious and elusive people. Because of this, it may be difficult to decipher what type of personality an individual is. However, there are some observable differences between an INTJ and an INFJ that can help you differentiate between them. For example, the primary difference between these two types is that the INTJ is primarily focused on achieving knowledge and understanding, while the INFJ focuses more on developing relationships. An INTJ may also be described as someone who has increased interest in things like philosophy and theoretical studies rather than day-to-day living. This means that an INFJ will likely find themselves drawn to causes with a humanitarian focus as opposed to academic pursuits, even if they're still interested in theory or philosophy as well. Additionally, an INTJ will typically avoid distractions while they're working or studying, whereas an INFJ will tend to have increased social interaction when they're working or studying. Why are INTJs so hard to understand? INTJs are a challenging personality type to understand because they tend to be enigmatic and mysterious. They can also be elusive and seem aloof at times. This can cause people to misunderstand them, misjudge them, or even avoid them altogether. Intuitive. INTJs are intuitive personalities because they rely on their gut feel in most situations. This means that they have a rich inner world that is filled with possibilities, and no one else will ever get to see it. When others don't understand you or your motives, the INTJ personality type will use this as an opportunity to show their independence. They don't need the approval of others in order for them to feel validated. So if someone has a problem with their actions, then that's just too bad for them. Supervision seeking. As I mentioned before, the INTJ personality type is sometimes misunderstood or feared due to how elusive they can be at times. While this may not make sense from an outside perspective, it actually makes sense when we take into account how much time an INTJ spends thinking about plans and strategies. It's important for these types of personalities to be able to find someone who understands them and will help supervise their every move. How others see the INTJ. INTJs are contemplative and serious individuals who appear to spend a lot of time thinking. They are fascinated by the world around them and want to know the basic principles behind everything they say. They thoroughly examine everything they receive, and if asked a question, they carefully consider it before offering an intricate, comprehensive response. INTJs think and speak clearly, and they frequently have a strategy for doing something better. They are straightforward in their presentation, and they frequently talk about the larger picture, leaving out the specifics. INTJs don't usually express themselves in an outgoing manner, but they express themselves in a self-assured manner with others based on their confidence in their intelligence. INTJs express their ideas in a confident manner and accept others to think that their perception are intelligent once they have reached a decision. They appreciate an environment of intellectual challenge, and they typically seek perfection. They enjoy discussing cool ideas, and they are usually willing to speak their minds. If someone's viewpoints don't make sense from an intellectual standpoint, masterminds are not shy about pointing it out. Conclusion. The INTJ personality type is one of the 16 cognitive functions. An INTJ is focused on their intellect and likes to be independent, creative, and unafraid to take calculated risks. They are often portrayed as being hard to understand. Do you recognize yourself in this video, or maybe your partner or one or more of your friends? Let us know in the comment section. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and be sure to turn on bell notifications so you don't miss any videos just like this one. If you enjoyed this video, you're sure to enjoy this one here, INTJ in the perfect match, and we'll see you in the next one.